Microplastics found in every human semen sample tested in study.
Here's a summary of the article.
Microplastic pollution has been found in all human semen samples tested in a study, and researchers say further research on the potential harm to reproduction is imperative. Another recent study found microplastics in the semen of 6 out of 10 healthy young men in Italy, and another study in China found the pollutants in half of 25 samples. Recent studies in mice have reported that microplastics reduced sperm count and caused abnormalities and hormone disruption. Research on microplastics and human health is moving quickly, and scientists appear to be finding the contaminants everywhere. The pollutants were found in all 23 human testicle samples tested in a study published in May. Microplastics have also recently been discovered in human blood, placentas and breast milk, indicating widespread contamination of people's bodies. The impact on health is as yet unknown, but microplastics have been shown to cause damage to human cells in the laboratory. As emerging research increasingly implicates microplastic exposure as a potential factor impacting human health, understanding the extent of human contamination and its relation to reproductive outcomes is imperative, said Ning Li, of Qingdao University in China, and colleagues.
This post received a score of 4,200, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Has anything not had microplastics upon being tested?
Steel.
Also things made exclusively from steel.
How do I turn my semen into steel?
Water bending to get it out of your balls, metal bending to get it back in.
This whole time, we've just been secret water benders, you guys.
Me when I was 10 years old letting water run off my arm in the shower.
I like knowing that every time I bust, I expel a little microplastics. Be healthy and bust often.
Remember to jerk off directly into the plastics recycling bin. That's the spirit.
Hilarious. We were all so worried about swallowing chewing gum. Bits of plastics are in literally everything. I sleep. Planes make white smoke. Real shit.
Jesus Christ, yet another way for me to get microplastics in my system?
But now you're both biodegradable and recyclable.
Unfortunately not. They lied. Plastics producers deceived public about recycling, report reveals.
This should be run daily until every single person knows. Recycling is a sham.
All plastic ends up being is a less refined version of its previous self or landfill fodder, litter, microplastics in every dude's scrotum. It will take thousands of years to undo the damage plastic producers have wrought and continue to under a plastic umbrella of lies. Even Nestlé, the leading producer of single-use plastics, has somehow convinced the world that it is up to us, the consumers, to save the planet, not Nestlé, one of the main sources of what is killing it. It's a tragedy similar to the tragedy of the commons, where Nestlé will not change unless consumer demands change, and consumers won't change because they falsely believe they're recycling plastics.
No, paper recycling is not better than incineration. We grow paper trees on massive paper farms, and most countries ban using old growth forests for paper. It's actually more carbon efficient to have a paper mill use materials gathered from a tree farm than it is to drive around a city, gather up mostly unusable recycled paper, drive it to a sorting facility, then drive it to a processing plant, then douse it in really environmentally unfriendly chemicals, then finally drive the result to the paper mill. Far more expensive, but far healthier and more sustainable.
How many loads do you think it takes to 3D print a space marine?
I can't stop laughing.
I'm doing my part.
Would you like to fab more?
Plastic is stored in the balls.
Plastic is the powerhouse of the cell.
So, how much jerking to cleanse my system?
These pipes are clean.
There was also another paper published recently showing a higher concentration of microplastics in blood clots.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.